Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Missy Money channel. I'm Missy and I'm a mom of 3 and the owner of Missy Money, a small business that specializes in minimalist and aesthetic cash stuffing essentials to help inspire and motivate you on your personal finance journey. Today I'm going to be cash stuffing my 3rd paycheck of June, including variable expenses, sinking funds, and contributions to savings challenges. Stay tuned. So as always, I'm going to start by unstuffing or rolling over any leftover cash in my wallet. So my wallet houses my variable expenses, which are the categories that I am using on either a day-to-day basis or at least more than once a week. So I tend to carry those with me in my wallet. So I'm going to start by looking at what I have left in these variable expense envelopes and deciding if I'm going to unstuff them to contribute them to savings challenges or if I'm going to roll them over to the next pay period. So I'm going to start with groceries. In groceries, I have 20, 40, 5, 6. I have 46 left. I am going to unstuff that. Food delivery is spent. Gas is also spent. Entertainment, I have 5 left. I'm going to go ahead and unstuff that. Shopping, I have 5, 6, 7 left. So I'm going to go ahead and unstuff that. Kids, I have $12 left. I'm going to unstuff that. And then miscellaneous, I have 20, 22, and I'm going to unstuff that as well. So I went ahead and unstuffed everything. I didn't have any rollover for this week. It actually would have been, I have a good amount here to contribute to savings challenges this week, and I would have had even more, but we ended up hosting my mom and dad for Father's Day yesterday, and so I needed to dip into food delivery and a couple of other variable expense envelopes for that. So I would have had a little bit more, but this is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and set these funds aside, and then I will revisit those when it is time to contribute to savings challenges at the end of the video. So the first thing, as always, is I always start by looking at my paycheck breakdown and cash planning sheet. And the reason I do this for each paycheck is because it helps me organize of all the dollars that I receive from my paycheck, what of those are staying in the bank, what of those do I need to withdraw to stuff my wallet, and then which of those are going towards binder envelopes. In my case, that is all sinking funds. So I am a weekly paid employee, so every single week I am contributing 25% of my monthly bill and debt and investment payments with each paycheck, and I am setting those aside and keeping those in the bank. The reason I can do that is because I'm a month ahead on bill and debt payments. So over the 4 weeks, my 4 paychecks in the month, I'm saving 25% of those goals. And that means by the end of the month, I'll have saved up the full amount for those bill and debt payments, and that'll be ready in the bank for auto drafting July's payments next month. If you have any questions about how that works, you can check out my cash stuffing for beginners video, and it walks through that in detail. But as always, I'm keeping my bills, debts, and then my couple of investment accounts, just my Roth and the 529 plan for the kids. I keep all of those funds in the bank. Then I go ahead and plan for cash stuffing my wallet. Again, my wallet is just my variable expenses for the week. And then I've also cash planned for my contributions to my sinking funds, which I also make every single week with every single paycheck. As is my norm, I don't plan for savings challenge contributions within my weekly paychecks or my monthly goals because I use my leftover variable expense dollars as my primary contribution and source of cash for savings challenges. So after I added all that up, I knew I needed to withdraw $909 for this cash stuffing, and I went ahead and made that cash withdrawal from the bank already. So I've got the $909 ready to go for that. So I am going to go ahead, I'm going to move this aside because I'm going to reference my cash planning sheet as I go ahead and cash stuff each of my categories, but I'm going to go ahead and put these bills into my tray. right, so that is all set. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start by stuffing my wallet. So again, my wallet is just my variable expenses. My pay period runs from the day that I'm paid until the day of my next payday. So for me, because I'm a weekly paid employee, that's 1 week. So these are the funds that'll need to last me for the next week. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with groceries. For groceries, I stuffed $200. Food delivery, I'm gonna stuff $150. Gas, I'm gonna stuff $30, and I just filled up the other car, so I do not know that I'll need to use that this week, but we'll see. Entertainment, I'm gonna also stuff $30. Shopping, I'm gonna go ahead and stuff $40. These are really crispy 20s. They're almost hard to grab. Kids, I'm going to stuff $60. And then miscellaneous is going to get $50. All right. And as always, my spent envelope will accumulate funds over the course of the month because I use spent to help me track any credit card expenses. So if I make a purchase with a credit card, I'll just move the cash from whatever category is appropriate into the spent envelope, and I don't unstuff my spent envelope until the end of the month to pay off my credit card. So spent will just kind of keep getting added to over the course of the month. So that is it for cash stuffing my wallet. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I will cash stuff my contributions for this week's sinking funds. So the first contribution that I have is vacation. Vacation is getting $50 as is usual. So now for vacation I have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400. And I mentioned this last time, but I am making a vacation savings challenge. That was motivated and inspired by my own saving for vacation and just wanted to make it kind of fun and exciting. So as soon as that design is ready, I will probably move these funds over into starting that savings challenge and save that way for it. Next is health and medical. That is getting $25 this week. I have to dip into this a little bit in the upcoming week. We get a weekly check just of our skin at the dermatologist, me and my daughter Remy, because we have a lot of freckles and moles. So so they like to keep a check on that about every 6 months. So I'll have to dip in a little bit for the deductible on that. So my total in health and medical is 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 215, 220, 225, 230, 235, 240, 245, 250 now. I have to look and check and see how much is left in our deductible. We should be pretty close to meeting that, so I might be able to slow down health and medical contributions here in the next month or so. Insurance premiums is getting $15, so that will put insurance premiums at $10, $20, $30, $40, $45, $50, $55, $60. Home maintenance is getting $25, so let's put that in there. Home maintenance now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Last night, Dan texted me. He was like, can you bring a bunch of towels down to the basement? And I was like, oh no. I also need to bring our home maintenance sinking fund envelope because he said it was the AC and it was leaking, but it was like this little valve that lines up to take the condensation and kind of put it in an outgoing pipe somehow got misaligned. I think I told you guys in the last video how we had people out to fix our internet connectivity and all the issues we had with the internet upgrade that we got. And I think when they were in that same utility closet, which is where both the AC unit and the internet is, I think they might have just knocked it off. So we were slowly just dripping condensation into our basement. It wasn't a huge amount of water, thankfully, but it was enough where we noticed it and the carpet was wet. So hopefully that dries out really quickly. And luckily I didn't need to get a professional out because we figured out what it was. But at first when he texted me that, I was like, oh boy, that's going to be a bill. Okay, car maintenance is getting $10. So that puts us at $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 for car maintenance. And then holidays is getting its usual $40. Again, holidays is begging for a cash condensing. I promise I will do that soon, because I usually don't like to keep more than 15 bills in an envelope, and this clearly has more than 15, so need to get going on that. So holidays now has 100, 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40. And holidays. And again, for us, the bulk of that is Christmas. Okay, self-care is getting 15 with this paycheck. And that is going to put self-care at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 155. I need to actually buy shampoo. We have hard water, so we use special shampoo to try to counteract that, and I am going to need to buy that, so I'll probably dip into self-care for that. Pet care is getting $25, which is reminding me that I need to order food for the pups. Another one we'll be dipping into. And so pet care now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72. And pet care. These envelopes are getting full. All right, events is getting $19. And I know that's a weird amount, but events for this month was kind of my catch-all category. I must have put I must have not put a single 5 in somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna go back and find where I snuck in an extra 5 and put that in there, because I know I had the right amount when we started. So events without that 5 now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. So one good thing about sinking funds is as long as it's going to a category, it doesn't really matter. All right, donations is getting $10. And that puts donations 20, 40, 50. Clothing is supposed to get $25. I do not know what happened, guys. Let's see. I'm like short a couple 5s, which is really odd. But you know what? We'll figure it out. Okay, so clothing was supposed to get $25, but I am short on 5s. So I'm just going to do $20, and that's going to put clothing at $25. You'll notice from last week that's way down from what the balance was in there, and that's because I actually took out a lot of this envelope and a lot from the gifts envelope to be able to buy Father's Day gifts. And so Dan has become a little bit of a, I can say this because I won't post this video before Father's Day, but Dan's become a little bit of a sneakerhead. So we got him a fun new pair of sneakers to add to his collection. So clothing got 20, was supposed to get 25. If I find where the 5s went, I will add that to it later, but if not, that's okay. Kids activities is getting $60. So that puts kids activities at 50, 100, 50, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Gifts is getting $20. Again, I dipped into gifts for Father's Day, so now has $20. And then school is getting $10. So that puts me at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 for school. So just missing those 2 5s. Mystery of the lost 2 5s. See, as long as I've been doing this, even then, I make mistakes. So if you are just starting cash stuffing and you're just getting the hang of it, do not be discouraged. It can happen to anybody. All right, so that is my cash stuffing for the week for variable expenses and savings and sinking funds. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the money that I set aside earlier from my leftover variable expenses, and I am going to use that to contribute to savings challenges. All right. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and start with the 52-week savings challenge. The 52-week savings challenge is really simple in that you are just going to stuff the amount of cash for the week that you're in. So I am in week 24 of this challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and find envelope number 24. And I'm going to see if I've got, I have 4 singles and I do have a 20. So I have exactly $24. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff that one. All right, and then I will mark that one off on my tracker. All right, and that's it for the 52-week savings challenge for this week. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to contribute to the June challenge for the 12-month savings challenge. So the June challenge already has $100 against it, and let's see what I have got this week. So just want to see what I have left. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and contribute another $50 to the June challenge. So that means that I will go ahead and fill in each symbol on my June tracker is worth $5. So that means that I will go ahead and fill in another 10 of the flip-flops. All right. So that puts me pretty close at the end for the June challenge. It looks like I've got 2, 3, 4, 20 more flip-flops that I need to fill in for June, which my goal will be to do that next week. So that is it for the June challenge. And then I do have a little bit of money left over. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my 100 envelope savings challenge, and we'll see which ones of the envelopes in the 100 envelope savings challenge that I can fill in with the funds that I have left. So I need to fill in both 5 and 10 and 3. So those are the 3 envelopes that I'm going to go ahead and fill in. So I'm going to start with 3, my 3 singles. And then I'll fill in the 5. And then I'll fill in the 10. All right, just gonna go ahead and mark those off, 3, 5, and 10. Again, for the 100 envelope savings challenge, it's not time bound, so it's super flexible, and you can just kind of fill in envelopes that are open as you have funds become available. So I always tend to do the 100 envelope savings challenge last as I'm contributing because of that flexibility, and I can just kind of make whatever cash I have left work for whatever envelopes I fill in. So that's what I did this week as well. All right, and that is it for my third paycheck of June. If this video was helpful to you, or you found it interesting and you'd like to see more like it, I do cash stuff every single week, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button and it'll notify you whenever I post a new video. If you are on your own financial savings journey, as always, I wish you a simple budget, a calm mind, and a happy life. Thanks so much for watching.